Are you sick and tired of gambling your hard-earned money on Madden packs? Look no further than my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest and most reliable MUT coins on the market. And don't forget to use code Ferdy at checkout for 5% off. What's going on, guys? Today we have another episode of the Worth It series, but the title's a little bit different. I'm also going to be giving a grade on every single one of these cards that came out today. Instead of it just being worth it, I'm just going to change up the series a little bit. Same concept. I'm going to make this for all of the big promos. We're going to grade each card, and I'll also give you my thoughts. I just like this. I like making these videos. I know some of you guys like hearing my thoughts on every single card that comes out during these big content drops. But where we should really get started is with the gold cards, and we're going to get started with them, obviously. First, we got to do our shout out of the day, and that's going to go to my man, Unending Karma. Of course, a member here on the channel. Shout out to you, Karma. And of course, if you do find these videos helpful, hitting that like button is super appreciated for getting that video out to a bunch more people. But yes, let's head down here to the gold cards. And I actually haven't even seen these gold cards yet. Is there any budget beast? Obviously I can just kind of look through and see if there's any names. Jonathan Bulliard, I don't think he's a new one. Quez isn't a new one. I think Sean Bradley might be a new name there. Malcolm, what's his name? Kantz, maybe a new one. Spencer Buford. Okay, I mean, these gold cards, I mean, I've obtained a good amount of them. I think Jalen Guyton might be new. But other than that, yeah, Daxton Hill's old, Tyler Smith old. Maybe they didn't even add any more gold cards. They low-key didn't even add any new gold cards. Like, low-key, I'm not seeing enough where I don't think they added any more golds. I don't think they did. So let's get over to Mud.gg. That's actually kind of surprising. But Mud.gg, we have all of our new most feared cards today. Andres Pete, no, I don't like this card. If I were to give him a grade, it would be like a C. To me, my opinion will always be, you know, this is a really bad drop. It just is. That's why the title says most mid. Like, it's just a bad most feared drop. Just a really bad one. And I don't think they should be dropping cards that can't play on theme teams. I mean, this card, if you most likely, offensive line's not that big of a deal. But I'll show you a card or an example where this card's just an F. This Brian Robinson card is just an F rating. Like, he can't even play on a Washington theme team. He can't even. Even day one, this card is not playing on a Washington theme team. Day one of the game, he's not playing on a Washington theme team. I think cards should at least be somewhat usable on their theme team. That's my opinion. Whenever a card comes out, I don't care what overall it is, he should be somewhat usable, at least physically. You know, and then the good cards have the more well-rounded stats. That's how it should work. But, you know, EA likes to drop unusable cards that will never see the field. They like doing things like that and just wasting. But whatever. This card is an F, though. This card is an F. Do not touch this card. I don't care what kind of Washington team you have. He cannot see the field. DJ Jones. Wouldn't touch this card either. Let me see the tradester. Yeah, not the greatest. Wouldn't touch this card either. Regardless, just because you guys see the power, you know, the pass rush stats for defensive tackle. 305. Those might just be a body in the middle. But yeah, I'm not rocking with DJ Jones. Conklin. Okay, Conklin's again probably like a C. Probably give Conklin like a C. Nothing crazy. And 84 speed on the Jets team. Whatever. Jonathan Jones. You know, Patriots team. Right now, yeah, they could kind of, I mean, he might get some play at 87 speed with 83 man coverage if you boost that by 4. I mean, 87 man coverage is not bad with 87 speed. It's not the greatest. It's not awful if you need to really use this card at 5'10". I would give this card probably like a C+. C+, B-, somewhere in that range. Zaven Collins, right outside linebacker, 82 speed. This card is going to be about a D. Again, outside linebacker, can't rush the passer, and really cannot play that great his own coverage for his overall. Dan Moore, actually a pretty good looking card. This card for his overall is like a B+. And for his price, it's a B+ card. Simple as that. Pass block 86, impact block 88, and then good strength as well. This card, yeah. I mean, the Steelers offensive line, they have some pretty slept on low overall offensive linemen. You know, I think his name's Kendrick Green, I believe. He's the fastest offensive lineman in the game up there with Charles Cross. So, Dan Moore, actually for his overall B+ card, that's a really good buy right there. Really good buy. Brian Robinson, obviously F. Deontay Wyatt is going to be a right end, and kind of the same thing I said with defensive tackle. No pass rush stats, but honestly decent impact block and a good power moves, traits. 2 of 3, good speed, actually pretty good acceleration. This card might be able to play defensive tackle a little bit. Defensive tackle might be where if you need to use Devontae Wyatt, he might be able to play. But this card like a C+. C+ for Devontae Wyatt. And next up, we have our 87 overalls, and that is Kazir White, middle linebacker. Kazir White, will he get Lurk Artist? I don't think he will, right? Lurk Artist, I think you need a certain amount of jumping, and there's no way he's hitting that jumping threshold. There's just no way he's hitting that. Yeah, speed 86. Actually, let me actually check that just to make 100% sure that he doesn't get that. I'm going to go in the game and just try to find him. I'm just going to make sure 100% he doesn't get it, because that's actually a pretty big deal as far as his grade, instead of me just thinking, oh, he can't. I'm actually just going to go check. Oh, yeah, no tier 3, so I don't think he's going to get it. Oh, yep, you need 89 jumping. So, yeah, 89 jumping. Kazir White does not get Lurk Artist for cheap, which would have been huge. But this card is a middle linebacker, 6'2", 86 speed, 86 acceleration. I'm probably not using a middle linebacker that can't get... Now, you can't even get Lurker. Yes, you can't get Lurker. Yeah, I wouldn't use this card. Can't get Lurker, can't get Lurk Artist. I wouldn't use this card. Even like lower zone coverage. So this card really doesn't have a... Because maybe if you have like an, I don't know, I really can't justify it. Like Eagles, you have Hicks, so don't use them there. I can't, you really just can't justify using Kazir White in my opinion. I don't think it's a good, I don't think you could. So Kazir White, I'm gonna give this card like a D. I don't think there's a really way that this card will see the field. Next we have Jalen Phillips, speed rusher, outside linebacker. And here we go. Perfect traits on Jalen Phillips. Doesn't have good power moves, but does have good finesse moves. And some people actually do argue that it is bad to have all three traits on yes, if you have a low, either a low power move or a low finesse move, because then sometimes your pass rusher that has low power moves will go into a power move animation, and if they have a low power move stat, it doesn't work well. So what you want is you want three traits, but you want balanced pass rush stats as well. A guy like LT, always amazing. Aaron Donald, both good finesse and power moves. So people do argue that sometimes. To me, I just like having the traits. That's what I like. But 85 speed, 87 acceleration is good for the Dolphins team. This card's going to end up being like a B. I'm going to give him a B. B. I think B's pretty good for Jalen Phillips as a speed rusher. I don't hate this card on a theme team. Next up, we have Landon Dickerson. And, I mean, this card is probably better than the Steelers card that we saw earlier, but the stats are a little bit underwhelming. I mean, Dan Moore has 86 pass block with 88 strength, and then you have the 87 overall Landon Dickerson with 87, where's the strength? 87 strength. Better run blocker, obviously, but kind of low pass block. But as a run blocker, Eagles team, he will play. He's going to play this card. I'm going to give him a B. Again, nothing crazy out of this promo. Mac Jones. I made a joke about Mac Jones getting a most feared card, and this goes back to what I was saying before most feared even came out. EA, recently with the promos, it feels like they're just hitting like a random, like they're just spinning a wheel and hitting a button, and that's how they decide what cards go into what promo. Like, there's no theme with these names. Mac Jones is not feared anywhere in, like, only, like people were saying, only by Patriots fans is this man feared. And even some of the champions. Johnny Hecker. Like, what are we doing with some of these names? I don't know. This is why this promo in Most Feared this year is the worst it's ever been. This has been, like, the worst Most Feared drop ever. I cannot believe that they actually made it worse. It feels almost intentional. It feels like they're almost playing with us at this point. It's bad. But Mac Jones, 80 speed, with 80 acceleration, okay, 86 throw power, 88 short, 87 deep, 85 play action. I do not believe that he will not get Gunslinger because of the throw power. I do believe I can obviously go check that real quick for you guys, but I do not believe that Mac Jones will get Gunslinger, but it never hurts just to look. I'm still not that familiar with the ability thresholds yet, and yeah, he definitely does not get Gunslinger. So Mac Jones, traditional 3 release. If you want to use him for a Pats team, go for it, but this card is going to be like a C. He's just a C. Simple as that. Jalen Petrie, he's going to be our highest graded, most feared 87 today. This is an A card right here. 90 acceleration, 88 speed, good agility, good COD. The only problem with this card is the zone coverage and man coverage. If you're going to use this card, play him over the top or user him. It's one of those two things. He's 5'11", so might not be the most popular user option. Even against the run, he's not the greatest, but for an 87 overall, he's, and also at a pretty thin position, which is the safeties. Like, it's not that deep right now. I guess Amani Hooker helps out a little bit today. But Jalen Petrie, actually, I'm gonna lower to like an A- for Jalen Petrie. But good physicals as far as speed and acceleration goes. And I would try to boost that zone coverage and play him as an over-the-top guy. Middle third kind of guy is where I would play Jalen Petrie. Now we have our first 90 overall. And Geno Smith got a huge buff. EA gave Geno Smith +6 speed. And also has the acceleration to match with it, which is absolutely huge. It wouldn't have mattered if he had 88 speed and 82 acceleration. The card would not have moved that well, but yeah, 88 speed, 87 acceleration, really good for Geno Smith. Good accuracy stats, and what this does for Geno Smith is it makes him one of the best non-hot route master QBs in the game right now. He's not as good as a runner as a guy like Justin Fields or Mike Vick. I still like both those guys. Andrew Luck also will have a better release from the pocket, but it puts him up there in Josh Allen conversation. Both cards are not perfect as far as releases go. You put Gunslinger on Geno, it'll cover up a lot of the things as well as gift wrapped, but it puts him up there with Josh Allen. It really does. I think Josh Allen is still probably a little bit better stat-wise and things like that and having the unstoppable X factors, but Geno Smith is definitely a solid card. Now this card, is no slouch and will actually play on some theme teams for sure. Maybe even not on theme teams. He probably will get some good play. So Geno Smith, really nice card. I'm gonna give him an A-. Probably without the speed boost, probably would have been like a B plus B, but with that speed boost, plus 6 speed is huge for Geno. So A minus for Geno Smith. This card, I'm expecting good things out of him, and I will be dropping a gameplay on Geno Smith today. Next up, Johnny Hekker. This card's an F. This card is an F. I might make a video on Johnny Hekker playing that quarterback. I might do it for the memes, but this card is just an F. I don't know why. I don't know why they did this. It's a punter. First of all, yeah, no one's punting, and second of all, I mean, they gave him inside dead eye. Like if I come out and punt to run a fake punt, someone's just gonna come out and cover 4. I don't call punt return when someone's punting because I just don't want to get beat like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, there's no point in doing that. So people like the fake punt in this game is just dead. It almost shouldn't allow you to come out in coverage when someone's punting. It almost shouldn't allow you to do that. That would make cards like this actually maybe somewhat viable, but this card's an F. Don't like it. No viability. I'll add him to my Rams theme team, but outside of that, I don't care about Johnny Hekker's card at all. It's an F. Next up is Zach Martin. This card is going to be really, really good. 88 awareness is good for, being aware and knowing where to go next. But, of course, 89 pass blocking with 89 run blocking. Really nice there. 90 lead block with 89 impact block and then 89 run block. 90 run block power. This card looks really, really good. 315 and 6'4". I couldn't talk right there for a second. But give me a pretty solid card. Offensive lineman. Sure, I'll give Zach Martin an A. Probably the best right guard in the game right now. Next up, we have Jonathan Allen. They did actually play around with his stats a little bit. Unfortunately, will not get inside stuff because of his archetype being a power rusher, which does suck. Actually, I'm going to go check on that real quick just to be 100% sure that Jonathan Allen does not get that, because that, again, is big for him. That is big for him. And if he does, I don't think he does get it. So that's going to put him behind a lot of the guys in this game right now. Let's go check inside stuff. Yeah, he needs 94 block shedding. The man only has 92. So he's actually pretty decent against the run. Unfortunately, no inside stuff. That definitely just hurt the card. And looking at the defensive tackle landscape, I would rather have Gravedigger. I'd rather have John Randall. I'd rather have Cody Williams. I'd rather have Vita Vea. All these guys that are able to get inside stuff. I'd rather have all those guys over Jonathan Allen. And let me see Allen's traits. Yeah, he's 1 of 3. And here's an example right here. So Bull Rush is a power move. And yeah, he's got good power moves. So this card actually might play pretty decent, but no inside stuff at defensive tackle. Definitely does hurt this card. So I'm going to give Jonathan Allen a B plus on his rating. Not bad, but also not, nothing great. Next up, Anthony Walker. And Anthony Walker does get Lurk Artist. Which is big for 1 AP. 6'1", 235. In coverage, not that great, but it won't matter. You should be using this card if you are going to use him. 89 speed, 90 acceleration, 85 COD, 83 agility. This card should move pretty well. I don't think he's going to move as well as Jordan Hicks or Patrick Willis, but this card's going to move pretty well. And it does get Lurk Artist, good tackling stats. Even 230 is a pretty good weight. No hit power. So if you're going to use this card, just conservative tackle. It might be tough to kind of break that, but just conservative tackle with Anthony Walker. But Lurk Artist, obviously a really, really nice for 1 AP on Anthony Walker. This card is going to be an A. One of the best cards that we got today was Anthony Walker. Simple as that. And next up, Jamar Chase. This card, I'm going to give him an A+. Our only A+ today. Wait, let me make sure that I'm saying this right. Maybe not our only A+, but he's an A+. 91 speed, 87 acceleration. Very comparable to Odell Beckham Jr. These cards are basically the same. The one problem, actually, I'm going to give him an A, because the one problem with this card is the catch in traffic at 82, which I do think will be a problem on this card. I'll do a gameplay on him today as well. Make sure, of course, you're subscribed to the channel with notifications on. But 82 catch in traffic could be a problem, but now he has 2 thresholds and 91 speed, which is, very big. And then he's 6'2", 201, and really good after the catch. So Jamar Chase, definitely a card I like and definitely a card I recommend. The next up is Adam Prentice. I mean, I don't know what division was on this card. I don't know what division was. I mean, probably best fullback in the game, right? Yeah, he's the fastest. I mean, yeah, and he also has good stats. Probably the best fullback in the game, but, he's a fullback at the end of the day. And also only does get Saints Chem, so there you go. 87 speed, 87 acceleration, 90 strength. Does get, he does get RB Apprentice and Bulldozer, so he's not awful, but I'm going to give this card like a B-, man. I don't know. I just don't see the vision with Adam Prentice at all. I just do not see it. Next up is Laramie Tunsil. 92 awareness is actually huge on this card. No run block, finesse, or power. And then, 91 pass block. Okay, this card's kind of nutty. This card looks really good. I hope his price can get down there. The card art looks amazing. Another offensive lineman LTD. But what can you do? Not the fastest guy out there. To me, I like speed a lot, but the good awareness should be okay, and good pass blocking should be okay on Laramie Tunsil. This card, I'm gonna give him an A-. I like this card. A- for Laramie Tunsil. This card, if you can get him for a fair price, maybe $550. It's a pretty good buy, especially for Dolphins and the Texans team. And finally, we have Amani Hooker. He also did get a stat boost today. Amani Hooker does go up to 90 speed, 92 acceleration with 92 zone coverage. This card is actually really good. And again, strong safety, somewhat a thin position, in my opinion. It is. I mean, you can't get Jaron Kersey yet, Isaiah Palomau. I guess it's not that thin. I mean, free safety is definitely thinner. Free safety, definitely thinner. But Amani Hooker, 5'11", he'll be a good over-the-top safety. He'll be good over the top. I probably wouldn't go for too many interceptions with this card because of, there's big receivers. He might get agged. There's a chance, but he's not going to get picks. So don't go for picks. Go for swats, and this card's going to play fine. Really high zone coverage with good acceleration and good agility, good COD. This card's going to play really well. Only pulls are really, him against the run. And I'm going to give this card I'm going to give him an A-. This card does look pretty good, and if you can get him for a pretty fair price, I don't see why not on Amani Hooker. So, yeah, that is today's most feared promo. All in all, I would give the promo as a grade like a C. Today's drop was just ass. It was ass. It was ass, okay? I don't care. It honestly doesn't matter how good part 3 is either. People are saying, oh, part 3 will be better. It doesn't matter at this point, okay? It doesn't matter. This promo shot, I don't know what to say. So let me know in the comment section which cards you're adding to your team. And as always, I will see you boys in the next one.